In a small village nestled between green hills, there lived a girl named Emily. Emily and her best friend, Daniel, had grown up together. They knew each other better than anyone else. They played, studied, and spent every day side by side. Daniel was always there for Emily, whether she needed help with homework, or just someone to talk to when she felt sad. She was there for him too. They shared everything. As they grew older, Emily started feeling something different. It wasn't just friendship anymore. She had a crush on Daniel, but she never told him. Every time she looked at him, her heart would race. But she kept it a secret because Daniel had always been just her best friend. She didn't want to ruin that. There was also someone else in Daniel's life, a girl named Sarah. Sarah was everything Emily wasn't. Sarah was beautiful, rich, and confident. She came from a wealthy family and liked to show off her life on social media. She posted pictures of expensive clothes, big parties, and luxurious vacations. Everyone in the village knew about Sarah's perfect life. Daniel, like many others, was drawn to her beauty and charm. One day, Daniel told Emily that he liked Sarah. He said he was planning to ask her to be his girlfriend. Emily smiled and pretended to be happy for him, but inside, her heart felt heavy. She didn't know how to feel. She wished she could tell Daniel the truth, that she liked him, but she was scared. Scared of losing their friendship. A few months later, Daniel and Sarah became a couple. They posted pictures together on social media, and everyone in the village congratulated them. Emily smiled and congratulated them too, but deep inside she couldn't help feeling sad. She tried to move on, but it wasn't easy. Daniel was still her best friend, and every time they hung out, it reminded her of how much she cared for him. Years passed, and Daniel and Sarah's relationship seemed perfect. They got married in a big ceremony, with flowers everywhere and everyone from the village attending. Emily was there too, standing at the back, smiling and clapping for her best friend, though her heart ached. However, things weren't as perfect as they seemed. Daniel started noticing things about Sarah that didn't match her social media life. Sarah liked to spend money on expensive clothes, vacations, and big parties. She was always showing off her lifestyle, but Daniel found out that behind all the pretty pictures, there was a secret. Sarah had a lot of debt. She had spent more money than she could afford, and it was starting to cause problems in their marriage. At first, Daniel didn't know what to do. He tried to help Sarah, but things only got worse. She refused to change her spending habits, and became angry when Daniel talked about their financial troubles. Slowly, Daniel began to realize that their relationship wasn't as perfect as it seemed. The pressure from all the money problems made things difficult between them. One evening, after a long discussion with Sarah, Daniel came to Emily for advice. He was upset and didn't know who to turn to. Emily listened carefully, as she always did. She gave him the best advice she could, not just as a friend, but as someone who cared about him deeply. "Daniel," she said gently, "sometimes people change. You can't fix someone if they don't want to change. It's okay to walk away from something that's hurting you." Daniel nodded, looking down at the floor. He knew she was right. He had tried everything, but it wasn't working. After much thought, Daniel made a difficult decision. He told Sarah that they needed to take a break from their marriage. Sarah was upset and angry, but Daniel knew it was the right thing to do. He needed to focus on his own happiness and future. As time passed, Daniel spent more time with Emily. He realized how important their friendship was. Emily had always been there for him, through thick and thin. She supported him when he needed it the most. Slowly, he started to see her in a new light. One evening, as they sat by the river, Daniel turned to Emily. "I've been thinking a lot about what you said," he began. "You've always been there for me. You've always believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself." Emily smiled softly, unsure of where this conversation was going. "Emily," Daniel said, his voice shaking slightly, "I think I've been blind all this time. I thought I loved Sarah, but now I realize. It's you. I've always loved you." Emily's heart skipped a beat. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. You love me?" she asked, her voice trembling. Daniel nodded. "I do. I've loved you for a long time, but I didn't see it before. I was so focused on Sarah and what I thought I wanted that I didn't notice what was right in front of me." Tears filled Emily's eyes. All those years of hiding her feelings, and now, here was Daniel, admitting what she had always hoped for. They sat in silence for a while, letting the weight of the moment sink in. From that day on, Emily and Daniel's relationship changed. They weren't just best friends anymore. They became something more. They spent time together, laughed, and built a life full of love and trust. Daniel learned an important lesson about love, money, and the things that truly matter in life. And Emily learned that sometimes, the heart's journey takes unexpected turns, but it always leads you to where you need to be. And so, in that small village between the hills, Emily and Daniel's story became one of true love, friendship, and understanding. They lived happily, side by side, forever. The story is over. Please support us by subscribing and liking to follow our channel. Thanks for watching.